the state capital in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. Safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud gonna throw right away. There's a throw right side to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Catch made. That's Woods. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down for Houston.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Stroud connects with Collins, and it's a 1st down for Houston.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll find Woods. That one is caught. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Schultz is the motion man. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, I do believe. Gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. to throw, it's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's into the end zone. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
We are through one. It's the Texans who have the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Throwing to begin is Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go.
He is in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Here's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes you juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And he's going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
It is a big-time play for Houston. 53 yards. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Texans take a 14-8 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He'll get about 2. Jimmy Ward that time shuts it down. A second down throw for Richardson. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down.
You can see the look on that quarterback's face. He took a big, deep breath. He knows he might have gotten away with one. He's trying to give his receiver a chance in the end zone to go get it, and the defender got there first. Unfortunately for him, he didn't come away with the interception.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Richardson. This one intercepted. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier. And that catch gets him a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with that. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll run with Mixon. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He keeps it himself. And he will get into the end zone. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
Now he'll run it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Stroud to throw. He'll look deep here for Diggs.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he's going to have a Texans first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Now a toss play. Running left, it's Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
He's got it at about the 8. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
He's going to run it.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And this time he's in. Joe Mixon Touchdown, Texans. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line. They'll go again here with Taylor. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So it's a win